So for today's project, I have my miter saw, and I'm going to be taking these 1.5 inch wide by 3/4 inch deep pieces of wood. I believe they come 6 feet, and I get them right at Lowe's. Now, if you're not able to cut your own wood, I feel like you can recreate this maybe using some rulers. It just won't be as big. And I'm basically going to cut wood starting at 3 inches and going up 1.5 inches until I reach 30 inches long. And I'm going to cut 2 of each length of wood. So I cut 2 3 inches, 2 4.5 inches, all the way up to 30 inches. Now I'm going to mark the center of each piece of wood approximately. I'm going to take my drill and put a hole in the center of each piece. Now you want to make sure your drill bit is wide enough, as I'm going to be using a metal bar with them. So depending on how wide your metal bar is will depend on how big of a drill bit size you need. Now once I drilled the hole, I then took a foam roller and some Wise Owl Snow Owl, and I painted all of the pieces of wood. I did the tops, the sides, and the other side as well. Now this part is a little tedious. It does not have to be perfect coverage. But once the fronts were dry, I then flipped them on the side and did the sides of the piece of wood and then the top of the wood as well. And I'm just using a mini foam roller. Once that was dry, I took my Wise Owl dry time and I just dry brushed on all sides of the piece of wood. Now you can recreate this with whatever colors you like. Next I have my metal bar. I'm going to put a nut on it. And I have this pan which I'm going to be changing at the end. And then I put another nut on the other end with a washer in between. And you want to get this as tight as you can. You may need to use a wrench. And I'm having the rod stand up on the pan here. And then I'm starting with my 30-inch pieces of wood. And I'm going from biggest to smallest. And I'm just sliding them onto my metal rod. And I'm going to do that all the way up until the 3 inches. And then you're just going to arrange the wood. And now this is the bottom I chose. It's a little more sturdy. I'm going to just drill a hole in the center. And I got this right from Michael's. And I'm going to slide it onto the bottom of the metal rod. And then I'm just going to secure it using a washer and then a nut. Now I got these stars from Michael's. They came in a pack, I believe for $1. And I'm going to paint both sides with some Wise Owl Snow Owl. And then I'm just going to let those completely dry. And once they were dry, I took some Wise Owl Goldenrod, and I took a very small amount and I just dry brushed it on top of the white. I'm going to use half of a popsicle stick and some hot glue, and I'm going to put it on the back of one of these stars. And then I'm going to glue that and stick it right here on the top of my metal rod that's being exposed. And then I'm going to take the other half of the popsicle stick, put it on the second star, and I'm going to put that on the other side. And there you go. Now we have this fun, easy wood tree. Last year we did a pallet tree, which was also really fun, but I wanted to create something a little different. And another cool thing about this tree is that you can arrange the branches however you want for whatever style tree that you want. And when it's time to store it, you can just put them all flat, remove the base, and then now you have easy storage. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Paint products can be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can check out some other tutorials over on our webpage as well. Have a great day.